Hello, everyone, and welcome back to AI Hybrid 45, a place where learning English feels simple, relaxed, and enjoyable. My name is Emma, and I'm very happy you're spending some time with us today.
Hello, Emma, and hello to everyone watching and listening. My name is Lucas, and I'm excited to be here because today's topic is something we all experience in real life.
That's right, Lucas. Today we're talking about learning English at a restaurant, and we'll focus on easy, natural conversations that beginners can understand and use with confidence.
Exactly. Many people feel nervous when they go to a restaurant in another country, but the truth is that restaurant English is usually polite, simple, and very predictable.
I completely agree. Once you know a few common sentences, you can walk into a restaurant, order your food, and enjoy your meal without stress.
Let's imagine a real situation. You are walking down the street and you see a nice restaurant that looks clean and welcoming. So you decide to go inside.
You open the door, step inside, and you see a staff member standing near the entrance, usually smiling and ready to help you.
At this moment, you don't need to say anything complicated. A simple and friendly hello or hi is more than enough to start the conversation.
Yes, and when you speak calmly and politely, the other person immediately feels comfortable talking with you.
After greeting the staff member, the next thing you need is a place to sit. So you politely ask for a table.
You can say something like, "A table for one, please," if you are alone, or "A table for two, please," if you are with a friend.
This sentence is very common, very natural, and used in restaurants all over the world, so you can feel confident using it.
When the waiter hears this, they will usually respond with something friendly like, "This way, please," and then walk with you to your table.
Now you are sitting at your table, looking around the restaurant, and feeling a little more relaxed because the first step is done.
At this point, you might notice other customers talking, waiters carrying plates, and the smell of food in the air, which makes you even more hungry.
Before you can order anything, you need the menu, which shows all the food and drinks available.
Sometimes the waiter gives you the menu right away, but if not, you can politely ask for it.
A very polite and easy sentence is, "Can I have the menu, please?" Because it sounds friendly and respectful.
This sentence works in almost every restaurant, and the word please makes your request sound kind and polite.
When the waiter gives you the menu, you can smile and say, "Thank you," which is always a good habit in English.
Now you open the menu and see many different food options, which might feel a little confusing at first.
But don't worry, because most menus are organized in a simple way that is easy to understand.
Usually, the menu starts with starters, which are small dishes like soup or salad that you eat before the main meal.
After that, you see the main courses, which are the larger dishes like chicken, rice, pasta, or fish.
Finally, you see desserts, which are sweet foods such as cake or ice cream, and drinks like water, juice, tea, or coffee.
While you are reading the menu and deciding what to eat, the waiter may come back to your table and ask if you are ready to order.
If you already know what you want, you can smile and say, "Yes, I am," which tells the waiter that you are ready.
If you need more time, you can politely say, "Just a minute, please," and the waiter will usually understand and come back later.
This sentence is very helpful, especially when you need a little more time to read the menu slowly.
At this point, you may notice that the conversation is not difficult, and everything feels calm and simple.
Yes, and this is the most important lesson for beginners to remember. Restaurant English does not need to be perfect.
As long as you speak clearly, smile, and use polite words, people will understand you and want to help.
Confidence grows when you try, even if you make small mistakes, because every experience helps you learn more.
So now, you have learned how to enter a restaurant, ask for a table, get the menu, and prepare to order using easy English.
Take a moment to imagine yourself in this situation and repeat some of these sentences in your mind. Imagine that we are now sitting comfortably at the table with the menu open in front of us.
Yes, at this point, you are relaxed. You have looked at the menu carefully, and you are starting to think about what food you would really like to eat today.
Exactly. This is the moment when many English learners feel a little nervous, because ordering food means speaking more than just one sentence.
That's true. But the good news is that ordering food in English follows very simple patterns that you can easily remember.
After a short time, the waiter walks back to your table, looks at you politely, and asks a very common question.
The waiter usually says something like, "Are you ready to order?" in a friendly and calm voice.
When you hear this question, you don't need to rush and you don't need to feel stressed, because you have a few easy ways to answer.
If you already know what you want, you can simply say, "Yes, I am," and smile.
And if you are still deciding, it's perfectly okay to say, "I need a little more time, please," which sounds polite and natural.
Let's imagine that you are ready to order now, and you want to begin with your main dish.
Many beginners ask, should I say "I want"? And the answer is yes, you can, but there is a nicer and more polite option.
A very natural sentence is, "I would like the chicken, please," because it sounds friendly and respectful.
You can also say, "I'll have the chicken, please," which is shorter and very common in everyday English.
Both sentences are correct, and both are used by native speakers all the time in restaurants.
If you want fish, you might say, "I'll have the grilled fish, please," and the waiter will understand you clearly. When you speak slowly and clearly, there is no need to worry about your accent or small mistakes.
Yes, because restaurant staff are used to talking with people from many countries and backgrounds.
After you order your food, the waiter will usually ask if you would like something to drink.
The waiter might say, "What would you like to drink?" Or, "Can I get you something to drink?"
At this point, you can answer in the same polite way as before.
You can say, "I would like a glass of water, please," if you want something simple.
Or you can say, "I'll have a soda, please," or "I'd like a cup of coffee, please."
These sentences are short, clear, and easy to remember, which makes them perfect for beginners.
After you finish ordering, the waiter may repeat your order to make sure everything is correct.
For example, the waiter might say, "So that's 1 chicken, 1 rice, and 1 water. Is that correct?"
When you hear this, you can simply answer, "Yes, that's correct," or "Yes, that's right."
If something is wrong, you can politely say, "Sorry, I ordered pasta, not rice," and correct it calmly.
Now the order is complete, and you are waiting for your food to arrive at the table.
This is a good time to relax, talk with your friend, or simply enjoy the atmosphere of the restaurant.
When the waiter brings the food, they often say, "Enjoy your meal," which is a very kind expression.
And the best answer is a simple, friendly, "Thank you."
While you are eating, the waiter may come back to check on you and ask how everything is.
The waiter might say, "Is everything okay?" Or, "How is your food?"
If you are happy with the food, you can say, "Yes, everything is great," or "It's very delicious."
The word delicious is a great word to use when the food tastes very good.
Sometimes, while you are eating, you may need something extra, like more water or another drink.
In this situation, you can say, "Excuse me," to get the waiter's attention politely.
Then you can say, "Can I have some more water, please?" which is very clear and polite.
You can also say, "Can I have another soda, please?" Or, "Can I have some more bread, please?"
At this stage, many learners start to realize that speaking English in a restaurant is not as scary as they thought.
Yes, because the conversation follows a natural order and the sentences are repeated in many restaurants.
The more you practice these conversations, the more confident you will feel each time you eat out.
Confidence grows with experience, and every small success helps you improve.
So now, you know how to order food, order drinks, respond to the waiter, and ask for extra items politely.
Take a moment to imagine yourself ordering your favorite meal in English using these sentences.
As the meal slowly comes to an end, you start to feel full, relaxed, and satisfied, especially if the food was good and the service was friendly.
Yes, this is the moment when many people lean back in their chair, take a deep breath, and decide whether they still have room for something sweet.
And for many of us, even when we are full, there is always a little space for dessert.
That's very true, and restaurants know this, which is why dessert is such an important part of the dining experience.
After the main dishes are finished, the waiter usually comes back to the table and gently takes away the empty plates.
At this moment, the waiter may ask, "Would you like to see the dessert menu?" Or, "Would you like any dessert today?"
If you want dessert, you can smile and say, "Yes, please," which is a very simple and polite answer.
And if you don't want dessert, it's perfectly fine to say, "No, thank you, I'm full," in a calm and friendly way.
Let's imagine that you decide to order dessert, and the waiter brings you the dessert menu.
You look at the menu and see sweet options like chocolate cake, ice cream, fruit, or a small pastry.
When the waiter comes back, you can order dessert using the same polite sentences you used before.
For example, you can say, "I would like the chocolate cake, please," or "I'll have the ice cream, please."
These sentences sound natural and are very easy to remember, even if you are still learning English.
Sometimes, after dessert, people like to order a warm drink, especially if they are sitting and talking for a little longer.
Yes, many people enjoy coffee or tea at the end of a meal, especially in a quiet and comfortable restaurant.
If you want a drink, you can say, "I would like a cup of coffee, please," or "Can I have some tea, please?"
Again, speaking slowly and clearly is more important than speaking perfectly.
After dessert and drinks, you may feel that your meal is complete and that you are ready to leave the restaurant.
The waiter might come one last time and ask, "Is everything okay?" Or, "Did you enjoy your meal?"
If you had a good experience, you can say, "Yes, everything was great," or "The food was very delicious."
This kind response shows appreciation and makes the interaction friendly and positive.
When you are ready to pay, you need to ask for the bill, which is also called the check in some countries.
To get the waiter's attention politely, you can say, "Excuse me," and wait for them to come to your table.
Then you can say, "Can I have the bill, please?" Or, "Could I get the check, please?"
Both sentences are polite and commonly used in restaurants around the world.
After the waiter brings the bill, you usually look at it for a moment to see the total amount.
If you want to pay by card and you are not sure, you can politely ask, "Do you accept credit cards?"
If you are paying with cash or card, you can hand it to the waiter and say, "Here you are."
This phrase is very natural and often used when giving something to another person.
After the payment is complete, the waiter returns your card or change and usually thanks you for coming.
This is the perfect moment to smile and say, "Thank you very much," to show your appreciation.
As you stand up and prepare to leave, you can also say, "Goodbye," or "Have a nice day."
These small, polite words leave a good impression and make the experience feel complete.
When you look back at the entire restaurant experience, you can see that the conversation follows a very clear and simple order.
From entering the restaurant to ordering food, enjoying the meal, paying the bill, and leaving, everything happens step by step.
And when you know these steps, you can feel calm and confident, even if English is not your first language.
The most important things are speaking politely, using simple sentences, and not being afraid to try.
We hope this conversation helps you feel more comfortable speaking English in a restaurant.
Try to imagine yourself using these sentences the next time you go out to eat.
And remember, if you comment your daily routine, we will turn your comment into a story and make a video based on it.
So don't forget to comment and share this video with others who are learning English.
Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.